Liverpool entered the summer of 2023 knowing they needed a significant overhaul in the midfield department. In 2022-23 Premier League season, Reds have fallen well short of high standards they set previous season. Jurgen Klopp's side finished 5th in league, missing out on a top 4 finish and a lucrative spot Champions League. For this season, a team that had achieved so much together looked exhausted and lack of dynamism and diligence in midfield, which had been the cornerstone of their success over last 5 years, was evident. Read Jurgen Klopp about to buy £80 million Liverpool weapon to spark season-defining spell. Read reputations destroyed and social media in frenzy. How did the Liverpool exits pan out? Long-serving players such as Jordan Henderson, who played a key role in the Reds' success, particularly between 2018 and 2022, were set to leave Anfield, with Brazilian midfielder Fabinho also set to join in 2018, for around £40 million. The Reds signed someone who would be one of the best defensive midfielders in world football for a while, but neither was operating anywhere near their previous high watermarks, and they were far from alone in that respect. But way the transfer approach worked for Liverpool under Fenway Sports Group, where recouped money was preferred to offset some of investment in new arrivals, meant there was a desire to get something back. Two things dominated 2023 summer transfer window. Chelsea's surprisingly high spending continues and the Saudi Pro League's desire to throw money at market to attract interest and attention. Saudi Arabia's growing interest and influence in football is something that has caused a degree of concern in some quarters. From controversial takeover of Newcastle United by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund SPL's PIF-funded spending spree and 2034 World Cup heading to Gulf nation, Saudis are aiming make their mark. While narrative has largely focused on potential for disruption that rise SPL could cause, it's not just players at end of their careers who are heading there on last payday. It's a largely forgotten side game that Premier League teams are actively appealing just to seize. Rich as Saudi Arabia has offered there is also. The Premier League is a giant of domestic football. It is by some measure most lucrative league in the world, thanks to massive domestic and international broadcast deals that have now reached £10 billion in current cycle. This figure will rise even further when the domestic rights struggle escalates in 2025-2029. Their 2-to-1 revenue gap between Premier League and its closest European rival, Spain's La Liga. There is now a 3-to-1 difference in terms value of media rights, with teams like Italy, Serie A actually drop in value media rights following latest bidding, prompting Napoli owner Aurelio De Laurentiis to signal his concerns about Italian game's death knell. The Premier League gets the best talent and pays the biggest prices. No team in Europe, except perhaps Re.